Welcome back to the Doomsday Clock, where today we'll be discussing the 2019 film Avengers Endgame. My name is Eric, and I'm as always joined by my co-host Jack.
Hello, I'm Jack.
So this is it. This is the Endgame.
This is it. We are in the end game, and we are not even halfway done. Isn't that funny how that works?
That's so weird nowadays to think about.
It is, because I remember this coming out vividly.
Yeah, no, same
the culture
here.
Around it, like online, like everything I remember so vividly.
Yeah, I remember like the trailers dropping and everything, and the name reveal.
I watched the trailer in class.
Yeah,
the
same.
teacher turned it on.
I did. They didn't turn it on for me.
Such a big deal.
Yeah, I remember watching it like lunch or something.
Mm-hmm. And also, like, the trailer was just called Marvel Studios' The Avengers official trailer. Like, they didn't reveal the title in the title of the video, which was cool.
Mm-hmm.
But
this is probably the first Marvel movie that I was around for a lot of the build up.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Which is funny because it's the end of
it's very
the
funny.
saga.
It's very funny that this is like the part that you were around for, and then you just also kind of didn't stick around. Like, you only watched like every 4 things after this. Too.
Yeah, I only like checked in for things I thought was interesting, and then like I didn't stick around though. It didn't.
Which, if I can say, I think that's the best way to watch franchises like this. Like, I stand by, like, that's the best way to watch Star Wars, is to watch whatever you want. I think it's the same thing with Marvel, where it's like, you just watch whatever you want to watch, and then you're good.
Yeah, well, Marvel, I treat both the shows and the movies like that. Like, if I think it sounds interesting, I'll go see it. Star Wars, I feel like you at least got to watch the movies a little bit, but you don't have to. So, it still stands. Yeah. But, so getting into this episode, I think we both are too well aware of how much, I feel like guessing budget and box office would be a little too easy for both of us.
It was too big of a deal, both of these things.
Mm-hmm. For us to just not be aware of, you know? So, we had the idea that first, we're going to find out if either of us got snapped or not. By visiting...
Yeah, what's the...
did Thanos snap me? And then it just is, did Thanos kill you? And I think as soon as you click the link, it tells you if you were spared or killed by Thanos. So,
I was spared by Thanos.
I was not. See ya. Peace.
Bye. That means I have to do all this podcast until the same time code as when they snap. So I'm gonna be alone now. We actually
real idea. That. I said to Jack, by the way, that I was like, this would not work, but it would be funny.
It would be really funny, but it would just be me trying to riff with myself for 2 hours, and nobody wants that.
I'm low-key okay with being snapped, because that's like 5 years. So
that's what you now really are, like, because currently I'm the youngest of our friends, but only by like 2 months.
We should make them tell us visit this website later tonight when we discuss The Boys.
We should.
And see who got saved. I'm gonna be upset if I'm the only one that got snapped. I'm not gonna lie.
It is a little funny if you're the one who got snapped. I gotta say
the FOMO.
We'll talk about the ramifications of the blip and everything with Far From Home, but
yeah. I mean, I kind of want to talk about it in this movie too, a little bit. But
does that mean I win?
Well, we also said we were gonna do the Rotten Tomatoes score. I guess you win, but like Loki, I don't know.
I would rather guess the Rotten Tomatoes score.
Well, I'm just also saying, like, would you rather be snapped away, or would you rather be around for those 5 years?
You raise a great point. Okay, so we're going to guess the Rotten Tomatoes critic score.
Yeah, let's do critic score, because I feel like audience score would be too easy, too.
Should I have... No, okay, so are we doing closest without going over, or closest delta?
Closest without... I like closest without going over. I think that's spicy. Okay.
Usually I have a ballpark idea. Like, we have like the frame of references of what other movies have cost and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to venture a guess. I'm going to say that this movie has a high 80s audience score.
I was going to say higher, actually. I think this movie probably has like a mid to low 90s score.
This is the kind of movie that people who don't normally rate things on Rotten Tomatoes rated.
Yeah.
You know, so you may be right. The question for me is the critics.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
That's the hard thing. I don't know how. I've genuinely no idea for this one, so
I'm going to commit.
I'm gonna do that.
A number.
All right, you ready?
If we say the same number as insane. Yep.
3,
3, 2, 1.
Ooh.
Okay. So I said 72%. You said 82%. What's your guess on viewer score?
92.
I'm gonna stick with my mid 80s.
All right.
Avengers.
Rotten Tomatoes. Oh, okay. Is that critics?
What?
Is critics 94?
Yeah. Critics is 94.
That's crazy. Critics was higher than audience. That's nuts.
Insane. So you won.
Yeah, I won. I was close on the audience, actually. I was very close on the audience.
That is the same score as Project Hail Mary.
that's okay. We're going a little crazy. Okay, so I win.
For reference,
this one though somehow.
Infinity War has 85. Despite being snapped away, you still won that one.
Yeah, we win these.
So huge.
Okay.
That means that you get to go first in talking about what you thought about Avengers Endgame.
So I've not spoiler. This movie is kind of complicated to talk about. I have a lot of mixed feelings for this one, but I overall I think it's a satisfying enough watch. I think there's definitely things that are disappointing, but I think the aura of the last third is gonna just... The more you invest into the MCU, the more the last act of this movie is gonna impress you enough that you're gonna ignore the flaws in this movie. So, this movie is... You get out of it what you put into it. Is weirdly... It's a complicated movie, man. Just watch it. It's good. It's a good watch. It's a good ending. And in like a good amount of ways. So there you go.
It's hard to talk about, for sure.
It's hard.
I think that for the last 5 months, no, this is coming out in June. For the last 6 months, we have been foreshadowing that we have complicated feelings about this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that as I was watching it, it kept being true.
Yeah.
This movie is simply too long.
Mm-hmm.
I like roller coasters. I enjoy going on roller coasters, and sometimes I like watching movies that are more of like an event than like something to sit down and, really, really digest, I think that a good, there's a good balance between those two. But sometimes when you're on a roller coaster, you get stuck and it's really boring.
Yeah.
And sometimes the last hour of a roller coaster looks like gray and brown sludge.
Mm-hmm.
And that sucks.
I
think this movie's complicated.
Yeah.
I find myself enjoying each individual part of it, but as a whole, I don't know if I will ever sit down and watch all 3 hours of this movie in a row ever again in my life.
Did you do it in one sitting for this one?
I did it in 2 sittings because I got 2 hours in and went, I simply cannot watch more of this movie tonight. I want to do something else.
I had to split it up because it's very long.
Yeah.
So I had to...
I have other things that I need to get done.
I was about to say, I didn't have enough time to just watch it all in one sitting. But I will say, like, I used to be really high on Infinity War. I'll say this and then we can get into it. I used to be really high on Infinity War. And then I used to not be like super crazy about this movie. And I think my opinions have kind of evened out with each other where I kind of... I don't think Infinity War is as good as I used to think it is. And I don't think this movie is like terrible. It's weird. It's complicated. So let's just get into it.
Yeah. So I think the opening of this movie is strong.
Yeah, with Hawkeye's family.
I think that this opening with Hawkeye's family is very good. Also, when you open this on Disney Plus, I believe it says 3 hours and 3 minutes. I made a noise. I'm gonna talk about the length of this movie a lot, guys, because I think that here's the thing. I have committed to long watches, right? Me and my partner watched all of Steven Universe together. We went through all Final Fantasy VII stuff together. We've committed to long watches. A 3-hour movie in one sitting is significant, especially when like you have other things you want to do. But yeah, like this opening is very strong. I think I like how it's shot. It's shot from like far out for a lot of it, and it gives it this kind of like scary and unsettling feeling.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's because Hawkeye was like missing for the entire last movie, so I think it's I think it's a good idea to end or to start where exactly where that movie ended, but from Hawkeye's perspective.
Yeah.
They say Mustard, but
if you say Mustard, he lost 4 coin flips in a row.
Yes, losing everybody is crazy.
That's statistically 2 of his kids today, or 2 of his members of his family. I guess his wife has an equal chance of staying. But nope, 4 coin flips lost.
Yeah, that's rough, buddy.
But now we're not going to worry about him until much, much later.
Yeah.
Probably 40 minutes into this movie.
I will say, the opening Marvel logo missing characters is a very nice touch.
It's a cool touch, for sure. There's little things like that this movie does that I really like. So, Tony, Nebula in space. How did they get to paper football?
Well, my thing is why did we cut away from Hawkeye watching his family getting disappeared in front of his very eyes to funny finger football like scene?
It's an interesting tonal thing. Where do you move? I don't think you can move the Hawkeye thing though.
No, I'm saying it just feels it just felt like, will that scene also last like 20 seconds and then it cuts to Tony being miserable in space and dying?
That's true. This movie does a lot of like joking around at weird times.
Yes.
This movie, I think, has a quipping problem.
It is very. We'll get to it for a specific character,
and it's a couple of characters in particular.
For it's done to a specific character at horrible times that we will be talking about, and you know who I'm talking about.
There's 2 of them, and I think I know both of who you're talking about. The Tony foreshadowing monologue of foreshadowing. Okay. We'll talk about Tony's fate later. I do like that they're like, the stab wound wasn't just magic fixed. Like, he has to like keep dealing with it. I like that. And I think this is a very good performance from RDJ. I think that his performance in this movie is incredibly good.
Yeah. No, I mean, grass is green. RDJ is a good actor,
Yeah. Like, he brings it. And then I like that he says, because it's always you, finally the Russos put some respect on Tony as a character. After absolutely obliterating him in Civil War.
Yeah, I do think it's kind of funny that he falls asleep on the floor right there. Because there's probably a bad.
He's doing bad.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding.
Alan Silvestri, this is a really good score moment. This is the same melody, obviously, that plays we're in full spoilers, at Tony's funeral later. It's the same motif and melody that plays
I do think this scene is funny because it like soft launches Tony dying. Like soft pitches it to you.
You went opening night, didn't you? We were all there opening night.
I did not get the spoiler because I watched this in real time.
There was a real part of me opening night in the theaters that thought he died right here, and I was like, oh no.
Well, Nebula's also just chilling because I guess she just doesn't eat food or drink water anymore.
Yeah. The oxygen running out, though, I was like, oh, he's just going to die up here. And then what do you think of the first Captain Marvel Ex Machina?
It's just very convenient.
It's very convenient. I think it's easy to say, like, oh, the team on Earth sent her to find Tony. Space is big, man.
Space is big, dog, and they did not know where Tony went. So,
and though I think it is safe to say that she's just like patrolling. I don't know what she's got set up.
My
It's not the craziest thing to happen in this
well,
movie.
this is well. There's a lot of We'll talk about it. I think this movie's got a lot of plot holes, but I also thought Infinity War has a
Oh,
lot
really?
of
The
plot
time
holes.
travel movie? The time travel movie has a lot of plot holes that don't
Yeah,
make
but
sense.
like I also think Infinity War had a lot. Like it just kind of had characters appearing where, like, how did they know to go there? You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Um. So I'll give this movie a little bit of grace because the last
Mm-hmm.
movie has made me numb to it. The last Avengers movie has made me a
Yeah.
little numb to it. So whatever. Um.
This costume looks so much better than her previous costume, though.
Yeah. Thank God we are not trying to make the helmet work.
Thank God. The helmet is not in this movie at all.
Yeah. Thank God we just cut that. We did not need to see that.
So we go to Earth.
Cap shaving the beard, dude.
I have a take.
Yeah.
I don't like him shaving the beard. I think it's bad for his character.
Mm-hmm. He should have kept it, dude.
I think that he at least should keep the beard until the 5 years later.
Mm-hmm.
I think once you hit the time skip, then you're good for the beard shave, but I think that he should have it through this.
Yeah, also, shouldn't he be, like, arrested because Civil War mattered so much?
Yeah, for
He's still
real.
breaking the Sokovia Accords,
Oh,
so...
we'll address it. I have something about that later.
Just saying, because, like, Civil War mattered so much, right, guys?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I do like the I couldn't stop him, neither could I. I think it's a good line. It's a
Well,
good performance as Tony arrives here.
The first one to run out to Tony was Steve, by the way. I don't know if you caught that. He ran
No.
out in front of Pepper.
Okay, he did run out in front of I was gonna say Pepper was out there already, but he did run out in front of Pepper.
He
You're
ran
right.
out to help. Just saying. I'm just saying.
Just saying. Worth noting.
Mm-hmm.
Rocket and Nebula being the only Guardians left.
Bro, it hurts. That one hurts.
It's
Um,
and then we're inside.
and they're talking about half of life bye-byed.
Yep.
I think this is an important time to bring up this topic of discussion with you, though.
Yeah.
So, do the stones slash Thanos know, like, the exact population of each planet and know to randomly choose half of the entire population? Or could there be technically planets that, like, nobody got snapped and disappeared? And could there be
everybody did?
Yeah, because if we're considering half of life in the universe, then there's, statistically speaking, that's happened somewhere. But if we're talking about the population of each planet...
Okay. So here's the thing. At this point, they're talking basically only about Earth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing it's half of Earth. I would say it's half of each planet. That's my take.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was always what Thanos was doing. He was going planet to planet. It's not like he was like, I'm going to spare this planet. We're going to kill everyone on this planet.
But what if someone's in space then? Like half of that, like it was more than half of the people on Titan that got snapped.
Yeah, I don't know, man, because he I don't know, because he also killed all of the dwarves except for Eitri.
Yeah.
So, believe it or not.
And what about like the Asgardians that survived him already killing half of their population? Does that half get cut in half again? Or if they're on Earth, could technically all of them been spared if they're in the half that...
Maybe it's by species.
Do you think it's by species?
Because, like, Scott walks out later when they bring them all back, and then they're like, he's like, I think it worked because the birds are back.
Well, what about Mantis, though? Like, specifically her. Does she...
Well, she's the only member of her species. So I guess that she lost the coin flip.
She lost... that poor girl. She couldn't catch a break.
Well, the difference... Well, we have to understand about Mantis is that Mantis wouldn't have added anything to the going back in time plot.
Yes.
So, of course, she had to die.
Yes. So... Anyways, I just think it's a interesting idea that...
It is. It's for sure an interesting idea.
I mean, I can just ignore it, but I do think about it
every time. These are the questions that we have to ask.
Yeah, I do legitimately think about it like every time I've ever watched this movie.
That's fair. I love that the Age of Ultron vision still haunts Tony.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that he's fully unstable and broken here. Like, this feels like everything from Iron Man 3 that, like, he recovered and he's like, no, I'm good. I don't need to control everything. And the second that he didn't need to control everything, everything went terribly.
El Tony for
and so
trying
now
to blame
he's like,
for trying to crash out on Steve though. That's my goat. Chill out.
I think it's valid. Do I think that Tony's right? No. But from Tony's point of view, he's like, where were you? Because also Tony doesn't know that Steve led in Wakanda.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but that's my goat though. Like, he needs to chill.
That's fair. I think that they make a good plan. It's a pretty good scene here then when they're making the plan to go up to space. It is a bit quippy at times.
And like get Thanos, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think here's my take. I think that there should not have been a joke before the time skip at all.
Mm-hmm.
Except for maybe Tony making a couple of like he's doing badly. Like, I think if the only person who's quipping at that point is Tony, I think it's fair.
Yeah, I do think it's funny that
maybe that's just because I like the Build-A-Bear joke.
Yeah, I mean that one's like right there for the taking, But
yeah,
I do think it's funny that like the most obvious clue of all time occurs as to where Thanos is. And the whole time they're like, man, we haven't found him. They're like, we can't find him. And they're like, oh yeah, 2 days ago, the second biggest energy reading, extremely similar to one that happened on Earth at the moment Thanos snapped, happened again, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, they figured it out in the end, though.
Yeah, they figured it out in the end. Come on.
I don't know. I wish there was just not a joke.
Yeah.
Here at all.
It messes the tone up
so much. Yeah, like the tone is just like if it was like full serious, because like post snap in Infinity War, there's not a joke. There's barely any dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and so if you can keep that tone through Endgame, I think that'd be sick.
Yeah,
at least through like before the time skip. Post time skip, people have like recovered slightly, but like right now, keeping it, I think it just would have been great.
Yeah, and everything that's like we've seen in like post credit scenes that take place after Infinity War have been like this is for real,
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, and then we get Captain Marvel's her. She could probably take on Thanos.
Yeah, she definitely could. Especially no stones Thanos.
Yeah. And then we get the title drop for this movie. I'm curious what you think.
Because he goes, "Let's go get this," and then title drops, right?
He's like, "Yeah, let's go get this son of a bitch," or something.
Yeah, it drops. Couple things. One, I like that only half the band plays for this riff. As the Avengers, I think that's cool. I think it's a good thing. I don't think they're in the end game. That's my issue.
Yeah.
They think they are.
Mm-hmm. Well, proven that we're not even halfway through the MCU right now, they're clearly not in the end game.
Yeah. I think that it works for what it is, where it's like, this is it, we're in the end game, we're gonna go get Thanos, dun 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 dun, and then it doesn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I would have been mad. No, I think you have to have a title drop because all the Avengers movies.
My only other idea for like a title drop is after they kill Thanos, but I think that would have been really tonally dissonant. Like it would not have worked.
Yeah, I think it works for what it is. I don't hate it.
Yeah, I think it's got enough energy where it gives you a little bit of hope, like they can still fix this because the time jump has not happened yet.
Yeah. So, true. Kind of about the best shot in the movie.
Yeah, with Steve's eyes. Is that what you're about to say?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. The reflection of space in Steve's eyes. He's the man out of time.
Mm-hmm. Sick. It's so cool.
It's so good. And then, you got Captain Marvel saying it's just him, and Nebula saying, "And that's enough."
Mm-hmm. Or a lob.
At this point, they think he sells the scars. So yeah, or sells the stones. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an Orlob right
there. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What was he cooking?
What was he cooking? I don't know. He had the. I mean, we really didn't see it actually. We just saw like the weird plants and then the salt.
Yeah. We talked in the Infinity War episode about how many memes are in Infinity War.
It's bad in this one too.
It's bad in this one.
I see this as an absolute win.
Yeah, like I cannot take this scene seriously because all I can think is what was he cooking?
Yeah, well, that's like the most recent one.
Yeah,
Because I mean, these movies were all over the place, like
yeah.
everywhere.
I mean,
it was like Revenge of the Sith type shit.
famously, the I think it was a Taylor Swift stan account that got mad and spoiled Endgame like hours after it came out.
That's still funny.
I wrote spoilers for Endgame into one of my history essays. I just one of my current events.
Oh, really?
I just did the plot of Endgame. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I
Got full
remember
credit.
I remember like watching the movie, getting out of the theater, and like in the car ride home or whatever, like looking at Snapchat, and someone says, we're in spoiler territory, so I'm gonna just say it.
Yeah.
They're like, Iron Man, Black Widow, and Thanos all die, and I was like, well, good thing I already watched the movie.
It's insane. I can't wait to do that to people for Doomsday.
Literally, frame one.
I love how scarred Thanos is. Like it's like the one whole side of him is just gone.
Mm-hmm. He's hurting, dude.
And then it's cool. And then I really like they do a cool thing here where Bruce like emerges from the floor.
You think it's the stones?
And you think it's the stones.
Yeah,
like it's such
I wrote
a cool
that down
way
too.
to do it.
It's really cool.
And then the stones are gone reveal is insanely cool and was gagging in theaters.
Yeah.
Everybody was gagged.
Well, it also, I think it's just a really smart story moment because it makes the movie so much more unpredictable. You're like, okay,
yes,
what's going on?
Because the thing is, like, when they did this, right? So in the theater, right, you're watching this movie and you're like, well, what's going to happen next? Like, you're thinking about it while you're watching the movie, right?
Mm.
And when they immediately go to get him, you're like, well, they can't just beat him here because, like, it's not going to be like a 3 hour, because we knew the movie was 3 hours.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a 3 hour fight scene just for the stones.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, so what a cool idea to be like, and we're destroying the stones.
Yeah.
Like,
it just throws you for such a loop.
Thanos.
Yeah.
It does.
I would have liked to have seen it. Him using the stones to
Mm-hmm.
destroy the stones, because like I've always wondered what he means by that. Like,
yeah,
but I still think it's
probably snapped and destroy the stones.
Yeah, which I'm gonna talk about later again. I ain't gonna lie, but
yeah.
And then Thor gives Thanos a haircut.
He does. The porch melody, which is the melody from the end of the first movie, plays here. Alan Silvestri, good job. It's sick. Do you remember the theatrical reaction
when it said 5 years?
5 years later,
dude, everybody was there. I heard gasp everywhere. I ain't gonna lie.
This was the most gagged I think I've ever heard a theater in my entire life. Even I think more than the snap.
Yeah. Well, I didn't hear the snap in theater, but yes, this was a crazy thing.
Shock and awe.
Blood
also,
and
bone. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
5 years later, we see the world a little bit, not a lot. So personally, I would rather live in the MCU than the Invincible universe. You?
Yes, without a doubt.
It's crazy that the snap happens, and I'd still rather live in the MCU.
Well, the thing is like, respectfully, with the snap, you're coming back. If Conquest takes Mark's body and turns you into paste on his suit, you're not coming back from that one.
Yep.
So
I think Steve running a support group is so incredibly in character. And I love his, like, you gotta move on. Like, we gotta move forward. He's the only one who's, like, been in a world where his, like, entire reality has shifted before. When he mentions, like, when he came out of the ice, like, you've got to move on. You got to move forward. I think it's a really cool moment for him as a character that will surely not get immediately rescinded later.
Do you think when the gay Russo brothers was talking about like his dead partner or whatever, you think Steve was thinking about Bucky?
Yeah. Also, I don't think is that Joe or Anthony Russo. Here's
it's
ready?
One of them.
No, who is it? Who do you think it is?
He's giving Anthony.
It's Joe. He is not gay.
What? Oh, you're talking about in real life?
In real life, he is.
I know. He's just I know that.
Yeah.
It
is. He was, and this is true. This is a true fact. The MCU's first openly gay moment.
Yeah.
Wrong. Winter Soldier.
Yeah. Well, he's just this. I mean, Joe was just LARPing as a gay grieving man.
The MCU's first openly gay moment was in the first Avenger, in every scene between Bucky and Cap. Let's be so for real.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Avengers, like Captain America 1 came out before Avengers, but
yeah,
it wasn't like crazy in that one, so I still see what you're saying.
No. Yeah.
And then we
San
get
Francisco,
we get the rat setting Scott free.
the rat that saved the universe.
Well, I want to know what you think first, because I think I have a hot take with this one. But
It's fine. I don't. Here's the thing. It's the perfect level of like superhero movie improbability that like I don't know, man. I kind of don't care.
I'm actually going to defend it a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I think it kind of makes the move, like the time jump, feel even like more legit. Because unless this moment of pure chance, a random act of pure chance happened, the ending of Infinity War was permanent.
True.
So I think it's actually kind of, and it gives credence to Strange a little bit too, where he's like, "There's only one universe where we win," you know?
Yeah. And it's they're strange looking through the universe to see ones where rats
where
go into
rat
a
scurries on a thing. Yeah. But I think it. I mean, like I said, I think it just kind of makes the time jump feel more legit. Like it would have been permanent, not for this random act.
Yeah.
You know?
It could have been 7 more years.
Yeah. That being said, it is still insane, but
it's still insane,
and it is worse than just Captain Marvel finding Iron Man in space. But
yes. But you know who spots him on the security cameras?
What's his name?
Senor Chang.
Senor Chang.
So
there's another one in this movie, by the way. We will talk about it.
Yes. So he obviously
so
Greendale
he survived.
Shuts down.
Yeah.
Greendale shuts down after the snap, and he's like, I guess he'll become a security guard in San Francisco. Maybe he has Changnesia again. Who's to say?
Yeah, well, who do you think
of the Greendale 7 who survived
the snap? I'm trying to think like storyline wise.
I guess spoilers for Community.
I haven't seen all Community. Hold on. I haven't seen all Community. How far in are we talking?
I was gonna go to the last season.
Okay, no. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm vetoing that one.
Okay.
I know some of them leave, but I don't want to be spoiled. It's not on Netflix right now, though, but whatever.
That's really annoying.
Yeah.
I do like Scott, like, piecing things together, walking through this, like, changed world, and then frantically searching a memorial. Like, I think it's, like...
Oh, it's a really cool story from Scott's perspective. This is, like, the most I've liked his character in this scene.
Finding your own name
is crazy.
The scariest thing. Okay, would you rather find your own name on a memorial and know it meant you, or find yourself in the background of a photo like Captain Marvel?
Ooh, that's a hard one, actually. Because both of them are terrifying, but they also both kind of give you aura. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
I think the photo's scarier, so I'd rather have my name on a memorial.
Yeah, because then you're thinking of, why is this picture still around? Who's seen this picture? You know? Yeah, I might agree. So.
Also, a really cool scene when he's running and there's like no Foley or anything. It's just like the music, like the racing, like strings.
Yeah,
it's very good. And then it's a good reunion scene with his daughter.
Yeah, it's a cute little scene. I like that he immediately started searching for his daughter's name. This is, like I said, this is like a scene where this is like the most I like Ant-Man ever.
But great news is you'll like him even more in Quantumania.
Yeah.
So we go to Avengers Campus.
Yeah.
And Rocket tries to make fun of Captain Marvel's haircut. It's good.
Yeah.
Brie Larson looks good with the pixie cut. Like,
and then she immediately flames. Everybody just calls Rocket like Raccoon or whatever in this movie.
Yeah.
So.
Which he should be getting way more mad at.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Or like Furface or something. I don't remember what she calls him, Loki, but.
Yeah. I do like Natasha being a kind of like point person. I think it's a really good character progression from where she started in the MCU, and it's cool. I do wish that we got a scene of her learning that Barton is alive.
Well, I agree, but I also think it's really sick that we just kind of are like, oh yeah, Barton's kind of gone insane.
Yeah, I do like that scene. Like I like Rhodey and Natasha being like, things are bad for Barton right now. Like he is kind of off the deep end.
Yeah, and I also kind of like how we just see that the technology has still like advanced 5 years, you know?
Yeah.
Like they got holograms and shit now that are like crazier than what we saw before.
They're in space.
Yeah.
They're talking like through space and stuff.
It's very cool. I like that touch.
Yes.
What
do you think of the conversation between Steve and Natasha?
I like it. I think it's very cute as a last like little thing between them.
Me too. I think that at the time of like watching it in theaters, I was like, okay, like I get it. But now post like rewatching all these and seeing their relationship progress, I really like it.
Yeah, I think it's a very, because like their friendship has kind of not been like a big deal since Civil War, so
yeah,
I think it's cute.
Good callback to it.
And
then Scott arrives.
Yeah, that bum Scott.
Bum Scott arrives. I like that he's like pitching a time machine, and he's like kind of ashamed to be pitching a time machine. I think it's a funny joke to be like.
He's in this movie a lot more than He's in this movie a lot more than I remembered.
Yeah, Okay, I'm gonna give my take now.
Yeah.
He's so much worse in this movie.
Yeah, he's not
than either of the Ant-Man movies.
He's not funny in this at all.
He's him, and there's another character who gets fully lobotomized.
Yes.
And it is very annoying. They're so out of character. Just, even though, so like, here's the thing: you don't like Scott as a character, really.
Yeah, I already don't really.
You don't
like
think he's
him,
funny,
so
like you don't think he's funny. He's worse in this movie.
He is,
and I would even say that to a certain extent, he's out of character in this movie.
I don't think he's like super out of character. He's just like he's like one level too high, you know?
Yeah, I think it's like Quill in Infinity War, where it's like.
They got the gist.
Just enough off,
yeah, I agree.
But now we go to Tony's life.
Yeah, he finally retired. Yay!
He had a kid, and he got to retire. He got to live a life where he's not constantly looking over his shoulder.
And he's like, "No, I don't want to help you guys."
I think it's a good character moment from him.
No, it makes a lot of sense. He's just being a dick, but it makes sense.
I think, yeah, he's being a little bit of a jerk about it, but, like, I think that him being like, I've moved on, guys. I'm sorry. Like, I can't.
Yeah.
You know, like, I have a life here. At least giving that to them. Later we see that, like, you know, he truly can never stop.
Yeah, my thing is like, with how the movie establishes time travel, which we will discuss. I mean, he could just make the technology and then not participate, you know?
I think he's more worried about, like, the snap, like, them, like, bringing everybody back and it going back to that time, though. You know?
He is like, worried about that, risk. But specifically in this scene, it's the time travel, you know?
Yeah.
Because he says he doesn't want to lose anything, but...
No, because Banner knows how time travel works.
But it's not really something that, like, they super looked into, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I do like that, like, I think the time heist is a very good payoff from, like, Ant-Man 1 being a heist and Scott kind of being, like, a heist guy.
Yeah.
I think that's a fun payoff.
And then we, wait, is the talk with Tony and Pepper now, or is that later?
That's after.
Okay, yeah, it's later. You're right. We get the Hulk banner thing.
Boo!
Yeah.
Boo! Tomato. Off-screening major character work.
That's a really bad. That's a really bad choice.
Tomato.
That like ruins so much of it, because like the whole point of Banner was the duality and like the struggle of like
Yep.
keeping the Hulk contained and like only letting that out and being self-conscious about it. And then now he just can have everything. He just wins in life.
Yep.
So,
and the thing is, on paper, I am not opposed to the idea of Professor Hulk. I'm not.
Yeah. It's got to be built up too. Yeah, it's got to be built up too. It cannot be off screen. That's insane.
Entirely off screen, and that's not where we were at the end of Infinity War.
Mm-mm. It is very, very, very weird. And then they're doing this joke with like the kids with like taking a picture, and then Hulk goes dab.
The joke photo the photo joke. The issue is the movie's 3 hours. If the movie's 2.5 hours, I don't have a problem with this joke. This scene it's so long. It's so long, and it's not that funny. And like, it just takes so long. And the fact that kids don't want a photo with Cap is crazy.
That's what I was thinking, low key. Like, you got Captain America, Steve Rogers right there, bro. I'm taking a picture with my boy. But whatever.
You have 3 of the original 6 Avengers, and you're like, just Hulk.
Just Hulk. Crazy. The dab caught me off guard, so I thought that was funny, but because I forgot.
Did you forget?
Yeah, I forgot about it. And so I was like, I know he says something weird here, right? And then he goes, dab, and I'm like, all right, I'm okay.
Crazy dated.
Yeah.
One of the first things in these movies, I would argue, to be like dated like that.
But it's funny. It's still funny. But it's because I like...
It's incredibly funny.
I love me some cringe, so it's okay.
But in like 5 years... It's like, even now, us like 7 years out from this movie...
Yeah, it still isn't gonna...
Yeah.
Whatever.
Why is Bruce always outside of his area of expertise in these movies?
Literally. Because first it was Vision.
Area of expertise. No, it starts in Avengers.
Yeah.
In Avengers 1, he's outside of his area of expertise. And then in Age of Ultron. And now in this movie. And technically in Ragnarok. He's always outside of his area. What is your area of expertise, bro?
Literally.
Gamma?
I don't remember anymore.
And then Bruce... And then they keep... This movie like 2 or 3 times alludes to Natasha x Bruce.
Yeah, she like gives him weird looking eyes, and she's like, "Well, there was a time when you thought this was impossible." I'm like, yeah, you gotta chill, girl.
Please just never acknowledge this again.
Yeah, I don't know what we're cooking with that.
So we are 50 minutes into this recording, and we haven't even gone back in time yet. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, we're 45 minutes.
No, we're fine. We're fine.
Okay.
This movie's just long.
We gotta pick up the pace a little bit.
Okay.
This movie's so long.
Tony's sad about Peter.
Back with Tony.
Sad.
I think that's a good character moment from him.
Yeah, how he's gay for Peter. And then he tells
no his mentor relationship.
Oh, okay, my bad. And then he tells his daughter, "Go to bed, or I'll sell all your toys." Is a good joke. I like that.
I think Tony's solving time travel in his living room casually is so unbelievably in character.
Yeah.
To me, this is a payoff for the setup in Avengers where they go, "When did you learn about like whatever it was?" And he goes, "Oh, last night."
Or he's like, I read it or whatever.
Yeah. But you're right. Every scene with Morgan is very cute.
And then for some reason, I mean, low key though, I feel like Tony would be like, as soon as he figures it out, he's like, all right. I get the daughter stuff. I still think that makes sense that he hesitates here.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives Pepper, a scene to be in.
What's new with composting?
Yeah. But she's right. She cooks.
I like this. So. Yeah, I like this as inversion though, because Tony's like, I can stop. I don't have to be Iron Man. I can stop. And Pepper's like, you can't though. And I kind of love that this is the inverse of their entire relationship. Yeah. It's the one time where he's like, I don't need to. We're happy. I don't need to. And she's like, great power, great responsibility. You kind of do.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's like one of the few people that actually like ended up okay. Yeah. So
yeah, that's what he said. He's like, we got lucky. We're not going to get lucky a second time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's a very. Yeah, I think it's a cool moment for Pepper. But let me get some time
travel test number 1.
I see this as an absolute win. Wholesome Reddit.
I think I think this is a pretty good joke. I really like it's Scott as a baby. He'll grow. Chris Evans has fantastic comedic timing, and he doesn't get to utilize that as much, and that makes me sad.
Yeah, I'm torn between, because I don't really think it's all that funny, but like we kind of do need this scene to get Tony back in the movie. So
yeah, I think the idea of it is kind of funny. The funny part to me is the specific. It's Scott, and Chris Evans goes as a baby, and he goes, "He'll grow."
mm-hmm.
I think that's a good joke.
Yeah, I do. I like that specific joke,
fine.
but
this movie is 50% memes.
Yes.
So, how come Tony arriving is shot like an Audi commercial?
Is it? I was thinking the same thing. It's because like the Audi logo is like right there, like the car logo is right in front of your face, and it like it zooms in and then zooms back out. Yeah,
it's such a like car commercial angle, and I'm like, okay, I get that we're doing product placement.
Mm-hmm.
This is insane.
Yeah.
What do you think about Steve and Tony's little makeup here?
My goat gets back with his shield, so it's cool. I mean, they obviously like they got a little beef, but like
yeah,
it's not that deep. So
I think that they're both like, look, we got to squash it and move on. And I think that Tony returning the shield is a very good way of being like offering a piece.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cap's theme comes in. It's pretty good. I like it.
Well, like I said, they've never. I mean, they were a little bit on bad terms, especially after Infinity War. I think they were low-key on worse terms after Infinity War than they were after Civil War. That's my take.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think it's nice that he brings him his shield and he says, you know, my dad made it for you. So
yeah.
My
dad made it for you, and you're gonna be Captain America forever. So here you go.
Yeah, and then I also like when everybody's gathering back up. I like that everybody, like even the Guardians, like Rocket and Nebula, are just all completely familiar with each other at this point.
Yeah, like it's been 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like they feel like
it's been 5 years, and they've all decided to stick with each other because, like, you know, obviously.
Yeah, they're the only ones who can do anything about a lot of what's happening. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Let me take you on a little trip, a supersonic ship.
So the saddest death in the movie, Scott's tacos.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Another meme. Literally.
Yeah. It's back to back.
Later, it's another meme with the tacos. Fortnite. So when this scene starts, there is still an entire movie length left.
Yeah.
And then Valkyrie says, I think I liked you better either of the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
We're real. We gotta talk about it.
This scene sucks.
Okay, hold on. I'll get into the Fortnite in a minute. I kind of don't hate the idea of Thor. Because I think it's a very realistic thing for him, especially for someone who's lived for so long without like having as many losses in a row as he has.
Yes.
That being said, it is just a joke throughout the rest of the movie.
I love it when PTSD is treated as a joke and a bit, and depression and the things that come with it are haha funny. That's my favorite thing about movies.
Yeah. Now getting into the Fortnite talk, I know you said we're trying to speed things up, but so because
we don't have to speed things up. I'm actually not that worried about it.
In the footage, it's OG Fortnite Chapter 1, so you know, like 2016 or whatever onward, 2017 onward, until, you know, the Big Bang happened in 2019, I believe. So we were actually at the very, like, when the movie dropped, we were at the very end of Chapter 1.
Yeah.
But this movie takes place in 2024? 2023?
2023.
2023. So by that point, we were in chapter, I believe, 4 or 5, one of the two. So it is possible that we are in the first season of Fortnite OG, which is, you know, the limited time mode that came back for a month, which was the first time we went back to the Chapter 1 island since Chapter 1. However, the HUD, the graphics, and the lighting are not accurate for the time period that we're in. And also, like, the numbers, the font, it hasn't changed, like, how it is nowadays. And you can tell some of the gun models are a little outdated, like how they were back in the day. And you also don't hear your enemies in Fortnite, so I guess they're just calling their teammate a dickhead. But that's also a PlayStation 4 controller. What do you think?
I mean, I think it would be safe to say that half of Epic's staff got snapped.
Yeah. So they just didn't.
They just kept laying people off because Tim Sweeney is.
Do you think like COVID still happened? So
did COVID still happen in the MCU? I'm going to say no.
Because there was half as many people to infect and transmit?
No, and I will address why. COVID was supposed to happen in the MCU, but did not. And I'll talk about that later.
Mm-hmm. Anyways.
I think it's safe to say that between half of Fortnite staff getting snapped and then them still doing layoffs at Epic Games.
Yeah.
I think that's why. That's why it is.
That's a fair interpretation. It's just, but like by the time of the snap, depending on when it happened, they were probably already pretty deep into making Chapter 2.
That's true.
Like, because they had to make that map like pretty early on and stuff. Anyways.
I do like when the PTSD fully sets in when Thanos' name gets mentioned.
Yeah. See, that's the thing.
The porch motif comes back in here. It's slightly changed. It's good. And then it comes back to him going like, we got beer on the ship. And then he's just the Big Lebowski for the rest of the movie.
That's what I really like the idea. And I remember even sitting in the theater thinking, I was like, I like this idea. It's different. It's not what you expect, obviously.
Yeah.
And I think it's realistic, but we just treat it as a joke for the entire movie. And
yeah, it's awesome.
Thor.
Ronan scene. Is he Ronan? Is that what's his name?
I think it is. Barton's cool. I love Barton in this movie a lot, actually.
Yeah, I like him a lot in this movie.
Why is he like the most consistently well-written Avenger?
I don't know. Why does this scene look so much better than the rest of the movie?
Literally, it looks so cool with the rain and the neon lights and stuff.
They just decided to lock in for one scene.
Yeah, and this also...
Then he drops the line, they got Thanos, you get me.
And then we get the inverse of Barton recruiting Natasha.
I know. It's so sweet.
Is awesome.
I like these two a lot.
Yeah.
It's also I think it's a good fight scene between Barton and the assuming Yakuza.
Yeah, I'm assuming. He kills a lot of people though.
Yeah. Good fight scene though. I like it.
Yeah. All right, and now
go back to Avengers Campus.
Yeah, now it's time to establish time travel.
Scott goes, "These are Pym particles." I'm glad that everybody in the room didn't know that. I'm glad you explained that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, exposition man.
Yep. And then he says we only have enough to test run twice, and then immediately waste one. So,
isn't that funny?
It's so funny.
Rhodey wants to kill baby Thanos.
Yeah. Well, I will say I like that the time travel doesn't work like other movies in this movie.
Yes.
I think it was kind of needed.
We're not in closed loop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
also, I agree. I like the version of time travel in this movie. It also keeps them away from being like, now we can go back and fix everything that's ever gone wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like, God willing, like the plot of Doomsday and Secret Wars isn't going to be, we're going to go back in time and fix things.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I do think that they don't think creatively enough with their ultimately no consequences to them time travel.
Yeah.
But I will get into that a little bit later because I'm going to compliment the movie by saying I like that its time travel works different than like Back to the Future, which is a movie they call out by name. So,
as a certified time travel hater isn't the right word. I'm very critical of time travel in movies.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the interpretation of it in this movie.
Yeah, my thing with time travel in movies is you gotta really establish why you can't do certain things.
Yes.
And what it
or you gotta closed loop it.
Yeah.
Where it always happened and so it always affected it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is always, I think, fun, even if I don't love the theological in philosophical, even if I don't like the philosophical ramifications of it.
Yeah.
So, quick question.
Yeah.
Why would they send Clint back to his family's house? Send him somewhere not nearly as traumatic.
I thought that
Who
was so
decided on
messed
that?
Like,
actually,
and then letting him get close enough to his family so he can hear them but not see them.
Dude, who decided this? Evil.
You guys are so messed up.
Deeply evil.
It's so cruel.
Dare I say worse than Thanos? Like, insane thing
It's
to
so
do.
bad. Why did they do that? Oh my god. But yeah. Okay, now we're back.
Now we're back in the brainstorming scene. I like the brainstorming scene.
Mm.
Except for one part.
Yeah.
Guess which part?
The Soul Stone?
No. It's Thor. It's Thor's bit. It's like,
well, yeah.
It feels like it's 3 minutes long.
Yeah. We're doing too much.
It takes too long.
Yeah.
I do like how happy Scott looks just to hear a story, though. Like, he's like so overjoyed the entire time. Rocket's like so condescending to all of them. It's fun. I like it.
Yeah, I get why Rocket's sad in this movie. Like, really mean to everybody. Like, really, really mean to everybody in this movie. It makes sense for who he was. But I don't know. It gets annoying. Low-key.
It gets a little annoying. I do like when he pets Scott and goes, "Is the puppy happy?" Because I think it's funny.
Yeah. I like.
Also, Natasha's taking notes.
Yeah, I like the discussion
She's the only one with her head in the game.
because it's fun to be like, well, there were 3 stones in New York at one time, and most of them were interacting with each other. So,
yeah.
My thing is with the Soul Stone, because Nebula knows Thanos went with Gamora to the location of the Soul Stone and didn't come back with her, and strongly hints that a sacrifice is needed.
Yes.
But nobody acknowledges it, and nobody says it.
Yes.
Put a pin in it for later in this movie.
Put a pin in it for later. I do like that Natasha's the one that's like, guys, if you go in the right year, there are 3 stones in New York. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And then good speech from Steve.
Oh, it's so cool. This walk-up scene is actually so cool.
I believe it was the Super Bowl trailer, I think.
Was it really?
Yeah, it's like the suits.
Well, I
like
remember when this trailer dropped, and it was like this was the last part of the trailer, you know?
Yeah.
Showing everybody in the Ant-Man suits or whatever.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Because by that point, the fact that it was time travel had fully leaked.
Yeah.
And so.
And unfortunately,
Question.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Why are they letting Thor go back in time?
Yeah. At this point, you gotta limit the liabilities here, guys. Do smaller teams.
100%.
Smaller teams. Don't go all in at once, maybe.
Yep.
Put a pin on the times that they chose to go to.
Yes.
So also with the quantum realm, because and Ant-Man and the Wasp, you know, they talked all the quantum shit.
Yeah.
She didn't not age. She still aged 30 years. Hank's wife.
Yes.
Did that movie establish that time is different in the quantum realm? They say space and time is different, I guess. So I guess they did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe some answers come in Quantumania.
Okay.
I think.
Gotcha. Unfortunately, using the quantum realm and Ant-Man suits to time travel to previous movies is really cool.
It is.
Is really.
I said I don't love time travel.
Really cool
really
idea.
This is the peak of nanotech hell.
Yes. And then we're in previous movies though, so
now we're in the jingle jingle. Remember this? Remember the keys in front of your face?
We got the member baby.
Don't you like these movies?
Dude. Some of them I don't.
2012 won. Yeah. So here's my nitpick. So they get there, and then their nanotech suits become their other suits, whatever. and then Hulk rips off of his shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that just a nanotech suit?
He's still got the watch on though, right?
Yeah, but he rips like the shirt off of his body. What? Why wouldn't he just make the nanotech not have him have a shirt on?
Fair point.
And here's the thing, I wouldn't be mad at this unless, except for the fact that like 15 seconds before this, they all look at each other and these like giant like Ant-Man suits become like their 2012 costumes.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to. I don't know what to say.
It is legitimately really cool to see the Ancient One defending New York in 2012.
Yes,
though.
and her knowing about Strange already at this point. Very cool.
We'll talk about it.
I think
we'll talk about it.
But
pushing Banner out of the Hulk body should leave the Hulk behind in the body, right?
Like he should still be like moving around and stuff.
Yeah, that should just be the Hulk then.
Yeah. I think the argument here is that Smart Hulk is just Banner at this point.
But if they're both in the body.
Yeah, but I think the idea with Banner Hulk is that it's not two anymore. It's just one.
Two is just one. Okay. Cool moment regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Asgard 2013.
Rocket slapping Thor. Hi, Loki.
Okay. I have a couple things to say before we get there.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about it. Hi, Loki. Oh no, we're in the Dark World.
Yeah.
It's very funny to me how important the Dark World is to this movie.
Yeah.
I think that Thor's line, "That's my mother, she dies today," is a good line. He says, "I shouldn't be here." Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can talk about how much Rocket slapping Thor sucks.
Yeah, because it rings very hollow when Thor is like one of the only people that has permanently lost like his loved ones. Because like what they're doing actively right now is Rocket's chance to undo losing his friends and family.
Yep.
Thor cannot do that. This is not what that is for Thor.
Yes, this is him seeing his dead mom.
Yes, permanently dead mom.
Yes.
So
Rocket calls Mantis the chick with the antenna.
Mm-hmm.
Does he not know her name?
I don't know. To be fair, he didn't really meet her. He wasn't really around her much in Guardians 2, but there was like a 5-year gap between Guardians 2 and Infinity War, so.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'll talk about it now.
Okay.
So, the choice to go back in time when they're very limited on Pym particles, mind you. Why didn't they go back and just grab more Pym particles first? Like, Hank...
Well, because that would be too easy.
Yeah, Hank doesn't not exist forever now, guys. You can go back in time to when he had more Pym particles.
Forget Hank. Jump back in time 10 minutes. Get all the Pym particles.
Yeah.
And then just infinite Pym particle glitch.
Literally. Like, I know that screws their past selves and creates an alternate timeline, but you can undo that still.
Yes, because you just make more afterwards once you get Hank back.
Or you just, like, I low-key think if they went back in time to the end of Infinity War, where Thor has the axe through Thanos' chest, and just, like, Thor just, like, cut off his arm right away, you know? Like, they all just jumped on him and cut off his arm. That's also just an instant win.
Yeah.
I get that's a little riskier because Thanos is still, like, alive, but...
Yeah, jump him before he destroys the stones.
This is also fair because he's weak.
On his porch.
Yeah.
Jump him then.
But it's just it bothers me that they're like, oh, we're limited on Pym particles. We only have one shot. I'm like, you guys chose to do this. Like, you guys are the ones that limited yourself because you guys didn't think about it.
Infinite Pym particles glitch is genuinely there.
Yeah. Like, what are we talking about?
It's such an option.
What are we worried about here, guys? I'm confused.
You just proved you could pull things from back in time.
Yeah. It's just, anyways, whatever.
Morak, 2014.
Would have been real awkward if Nebula went with Natasha instead of like Barton or something.
Yeah. Do you think Nebula knows?
Yes.
The only one who's coming back?
Yes.
Yeah.
And she's not saying anything. Which I mean,
no, she does say something to Rhodey afterwards.
Yeah, it's just like, well, if she doesn't know at this point, then she's just like the writers have wrote her incredibly stupid.
Lobotomy.
Yeah.
I do like Barton's line, says we're a long way from Budapest.
Yeah, well, it's anything with Barton and like Natasha, I like in this movie, so
it's good. Cutaway gag for Nebula and Gamora.
What
2014 Thanos blade is cool.
Yeah. Also, I thought Gamora and Nebula would have like already been with Ronan, considering Quill is on Morag, basically.
Yeah, the timeline of that is weird to me.
And then we also we get the weird thing with like Nebula's eye connecting to like other Nebulas Bluetooth across the galaxy or across the solar system they're in or whatever.
Yeah, Ebony Maw says they're on the same network. So they're on the same matter network over Thread, which is a joke that's for me and 2 people who listen to this podcast. We could get 1 million views and 4 people would get that joke. So like, I think it's cool. I like the idea of it, even if the tech side of it's weird.
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense, but it's like, okay, sure.
Yeah. Back to New York.
Back to
Avengers
New York. 2. America's ass.
Tony commenting on Steve's ass.
Mm-hmm.
Gay.
Well, yeah, obviously. But like,
was he
not cooking though? Well, he was actually slandering that ass. Ant-Man was one defending that ass, and he's right. So,
yep. There's poetry of Tony just jumping out this window when like hours before the 2012 Tony jumped out the window and like almost died.
Yeah.
And now he's just like, and just jumped out the window casually.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. And then, you know, talk about it because it's your goat.
The callback to the elevator scene is awesome. It's so cute.
This is one of the only moments in this movie where I feel like they're really like using the time travel thing for fun.
Yeah, they're using information that they... Well, it's also just smart because the characters are using information that they like for sure know that like in the future and impacts them. So they're using it to their advantage here. It's so cool. It's actually so cool.
It's great. And then we get a Final Fantasy VII reference with Hulk yelling at the stairs.
Yeah. Hail Hydra,
that
idiots.
That joke is for 4 people. If this podcast gets 1 million views, that joke is for 4 people. I do love that the plan is to give Tony a borderline heart attack.
Yeah.
They've established that it won't matter if they kill him.
Yeah, true.
That's not how time travel works.
Yeah, because it won't impact. It won't impact them negatively. So whatever.
Yeah, and they don't know what Banner knows about that, so it's fine.
And then they try to steal the Tesseract, and then Loki snags it.
Yeah, Loki snags it. It's a shame we'll never see that Loki again. I wonder what happens to him.
We're gonna subtly put a pin in this exact moment. I'm not gonna talk about it now.
Oh, we are?
I'm not gonna talk about it now, but I am gonna talk about it at some point in time, in the future, just for fun. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. If you know, you know.
Wink, wink, nudge. I love Bruce's conversation with the Ancient One.
Yeah, it's very cool, but I do got issues.
Talk about it.
Well, if taking an Infinity Stone out of a timeline, like dooms that timeline and makes it evil and dark and messed up, does Thanos destroying the time, like all the stones in their current timeline, does that not do the same thing?
Well, so here's the thing. I thought about some of the plot holes in the movie. I've never thought about this before.
Really?
I've never thought about this before. No.
Because like I get he's like, reduced to atoms, and like sure, if you want to be like, oh, they're so small or whatever, like he just shrunk them or something, but I get the impression that they're destroyed. So
no, he definitely destroyed them. My take would be, I don't know. Actually, I was like, my defense would be, well, they use the stones to destroy the stones, and so it's not like the stones were taken from the universe; they were destroyed.
Yeah, but isn't that kind of just the same thing?
Yeah.
So is the main timeline just messed up and evil now? Forever? Because Thanos decided to do that?
I'll say yeah.
Okay. But what does that mean? What does that
It means that we have to watch Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania in September.
Okay, fair point. Oh, did we skip
like
Cap v Cap, or is that later?
Oh no, we did skip Cap v Cap.
Cap v Cap is cool.
Cap v Cap is cool. Dropping a Bucky is alive.
That's what I'm saying. Cap is like, hold on, no, Cap. Well, yes, but yeah, Cap is very smart with using information, and
he's the only one.
Yeah, because it's my goat. Anyways, sorry. I
do like with like the Ancient One and Banner. Like this is how they can't just have the stones in the future, even though they could just keep them forever.
Yes.
And then just return them at whatever point, because then they're returning them at the same point in time, so it doesn't matter.
Yes. As long as there is a point in time where those stones return, then they could keep them as long as they want.
Or they could get the stones, okay? So you from main time, you get the stones, you bring them back, right? And then you go back in time, and then you wait for 10 minutes, you go back in time 5 minutes, you take those stones.
Mm-hmm.
And then you take the other stones back. And then you have infinite stone duplication glitch.
They could also just
give everybody on your team like an infinity stone.
They could also just like not bring the stones back, because to them those timelines are theoretical.
Yes.
Like those don't exist in their timeline. Those just didn't happen. So.
Yes.
I know
because of how time travel works.
Because of how this movie establishes the time travel.
Yes.
But I do like that Banner being like, no, Strange willingly gave over the time stone is like the, oh shit. Like,
and I love that she doesn't know because she can't see past her own death.
Yeah. And I think it's awesome that it's a red flag too, that because Strange is like the only person that willingly gave up a stone.
Yes.
So I think it's very cool.
Yeah. Back to 2014 Thanos. Nebula's back in the holding chamber, bro.
She's always floating, dude.
She's always floating. She's always getting gravity gun. And oh, hey, Ebony Maw's back. Cool.
Yeah.
And then I do like that Thanos knows that the Avengers are from 2012.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, also, I like how he knows who they are.
We're not halfway through the movie right now.
God. All right,
this movie's so long.
This movie's but it's like at least it's entertaining, and
it is entertaining.
I will have a reason why I think it did not need to be as long, but I want to talk about that at the end of the movie. But
yeah,
the Thor
back to Asgard.
Yeah, Thor with his mom is very sweet. I like that scene a lot.
Dead mom jump scare.
Yeah.
It's a good conversation. It's like one of like 3 good scenes with Thor in this movie.
It's also coincidentally the best scene Thor has with his mom, like ever.
Yeah.
So, and then because it was also like
I like the Asgardians.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
No, keep going.
Okay.
No, I'm moving on. So you go.
I do just also like that. It's crazy to me though that this is like the only time Thor's mom is like actually characterized as a character.
Yeah.
Anyways, continue.
Anyways, I do like the Asgardians all go and get that rabbit. They just all think that raccoons are rabbits. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think that I'm Still Worthy is a good moment.
Yeah.
I think it's a very good moment for Thor, and I think it cuts really well into Morak.
Yeah, I also think Rocket's kind of funny in this, where he's like, your mom, I guess.
Yeah. You must be mom.
Yeah, I think it's kind of sweet. It's just a sweet scene. I like this scene. And then we cut to the Guardians 1 title card sequence.
I'm gonna read you my note here. I wish I was watching Guardians 1.
Yeah. Well, my thing is I think it's low-key a missed opportunity to not have the Guardians like logo in the background somewhere, you know?
That would have been so funny.
That would have been really cool. That would have been so cool.
It's just funny. That'd be so funny.
Yeah, I remember being hyped as hell in the theater too, watching this, like cut into this.
Oh yeah. Rhodey hits this, so he's an idiot. No, he knows how to vibe.
Yeah, my smile immediately faded when he said that, dude. I was like, you just killed the vibe.
Yeah. Just conking him is so crazy, but also like fully fits.
Yeah, I still think this is like kind of a Guardians 1 thing. I think it's crazy that everybody, because even Thanos says, "Oh, the stone's on Morag." I think it's crazy. So many people find out where this specific stone is at the exact same time, and Quill's the first one there.
It's so funny. In retrospect, it makes it so funny.
Yeah. And then Rhodey and Nebula could have bonded over being, like mechanized and stuff like that, but they don't.
Yeah. I do. Rhodey has the line, like, we work with what we got, and like just for a second, it's like he was not lobotomized.
It's like for a second there was going to be like cool character development between two characters you wouldn't expect, and then there's not. So, because we got to keep going because this movie's 3 freaking hours.
Yeah, Nebula not disappearing
is the fumble of the century.
It's so rough.
Why would you not leave? I don't get it. Why would you seriously not leave right away?
No, I think her stuff got jammed.
But she I feel like how would they jam the Ant-Man suit?
No, they're not jamming. No, they're jamming her. She can't move.
Yeah, she does. She runs all the way to the ship.
Oh my gosh, yeah, what the heck?
She runs all the way to the ship to warn Natasha and Barton, who are not impacted by Thanos at all.
What the? You're so right, actually. Wait a minute.
So why did she not just leave? Because Thanos doesn't even know the stone is on Vormir, because Gamora will not tell him.
What a sell.
She literally threw so hard.
Maybe she was the turncoat.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It is quite literally the fumble of the movie.
Yeah. Only other thing I have to say about this scene is that because like Thanos watching himself die, I love that he doesn't even react to his death because he's like, "That's my destiny."
Yeah, he's like, "All right, bet."
I succeeded. He's like, "So I don't care."
Yeah, and then we go back to New York.
Scott is so out of character and annoying in this scene.
Yeah. Well, that's just him, low-key, but
no, he's out of character in this scene.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Well, Steve and Tony low-key about a kiss because they trust each other so much that they're just gonna risk it all and go further back in time is kind of awesome. But
what if they just went back in time 5 minutes and got their previous pin particle?
This is all so true. Well, Hank also still exists in this time. He is still alive.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Just go find Hank. Oh my god. To be fair,
these are the set photos that leaked. Fun fact.
Oh, this was?
Yep.
To be fair, though, the plan that they make here is pretty decent, I think.
It's a pretty good plan.
Stanley, hi.
New Jersey, 1970. Audible cheer in the theater when he showed up.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Because he just passed away a few months ago before this. So it was a good moment. Shirley's here.
Yeah, hi Shirley. She further complicates the timeline, but
yeah, so she makes the timeline very confusing
because this is in 1970.
This is in 1970.
So does Community take place earlier, or is she just older and Black don't crack?
It can't. Community cannot take place earlier because of Danny Pudi.
Yeah.
So here's the only logical theory.
She's immortal.
She's also a time traveler.
Yeah. I was gonna say immortal, but yeah, time traveler is also.
It's one of the two.
It's one of the two. I was gonna say. So, She might actually be not super complicated.
Yeah. Well, she's from a different time, and she went back in time and got herself and brought herself forward in time. Then she had infinite Shirley's.
Yeah.
Howard moment.
So anyone can walk into the Tesseract room? Like, anyone's just allowed to do that?
I guess.
And then, Howard starts flirting with his son, and then we see young Hank, and then Steve.
The classic Ant-Man suit, too, which is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. That is a cool scene. I guess... So
Steve grabs 4.
Why not just grab them all? Just in case?
Good question. But he grabs 4, which I thought was a cool moment, because then they have enough for the return trip.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was the thing, is they only had enough to, like, if they were coming back in time, but they didn't have enough to go back forward. So they had to grab them particles.
Yeah. They had to grab 2, but they had to grab 2, one for each of them, to get back.
Yeah.
So he grabs 4 so they can put all the stones back. But Steve doesn't know they have to put all the stones back.
I think he was just low-key doing that because, like, what if they went, like, back to their present, and then someone didn't have a stone?
That's true. Good point.
So it gave them, like, an extra chance, or an infinite loop if they wanted to.
What a fun role reversal of you defending the movie.
Right?
Picking.
Well, I mean, it's just because with this, like, there's so many ways you can use pin particles in time travel. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and then this is just the most secured top secret facility of all time because they're just walking around stealing pin particles, stealing the Tesseract. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Cute moment with Tony and his dad though.
Cute moment with Tony's dad. I like Steve accidentally going to Peggy's office.
Mm-hmm.
They're separated by glass. It's poetic.
Mm-hmm.
They can see each other, but they will never exist together. And that's cute.
Yep.
And it's sending out the death flags, honestly.
Yeah.
For Steve. Jarvis mentioned.
Yeah, hi Jarvis.
Okay. 2014 Thanos time number 2. There is no reason that 2014 Nebula can beat 2023 Nebula.
Yeah, because 2023 Nebula should just be stronger.
It's 9 years later. You're telling me there's no way.
Yeah.
Also,
but to be fair, Gamora is also there, and she's stronger. So
that's true. She gives Thanos the pin particle.
Yes.
How does Nebula get back?
That is just a plot hole. That's very true.
Straight up, how does Nebula get back?
Well, yeah, because they only had one pin particle at that time.
Yes.
And also, the ship, they were able to shrink the whole ship. This is later, but they were able to shrink the whole ship and everybody on it.
Okay, they'd be shrinking insane things in the Ant-Man movies. Remember the tank?
Yeah, but that's Hank.
Yeah.
That's not, and we're like... Anyways.
Vormir,
Nebula not even warning Natasha or Barton is kind of crazy to me, but...
It is crazy. So, Red Skull knows Natasha's birth father, which even she doesn't know. So why does he call Gamora the daughter of Thanos?
I don't know.
Also, why does Red Skull get a second MCU reveal?
Literally.
Like, he gets to step out of the shadows a second time. Neither of these people would recognize him. Why would that matter?
We're very lucky that two people that genuinely care and love for each other are here together. I do like that they are trying to fight to spare the other.
It's a really good scene.
That's real love, dude. That's real shit.
I really like Barton's line. I'm starting to think that we mean two different people here.
Mm-hmm. I love their last little talk with each other. It's so nice.
It is.
And then Barton making eye contact as he dives for the end of the cliff.
Yep.
Do you think a person killing themselves would count though?
I think so.
Okay.
Because it's still the other person giving him up. This is the same piece of music as when Gamora was thrown.
I know it's
a good track.
I also really love that both deaths for the Soul Stone are permanent. Like they're not able to get reversed at all. Um, and then like Gamora or Black Widow like kind of looks like she's like in the same pose and everything.
The Family Guy death pose, yeah.
Yeah, what a way to end the time heist, though. Very cool.
It's such a good way. I love Hawkeye waking up in the pool.
Mm-hmm. Because he's like panicking and shit.
And because it's such a different dude. Why didn't he take her Pym particle?
This is true.
But like it's such a like contrast to when Thanos wakes up in the pool.
Mm-hmm. Loki though, they could probably, now that they got like infinite Pym particles, just go like grab her before she jumps off the cliff.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Infinite Natasha's. Infinite Natasha Glitch.
Because now it's just a sausage party, and it's a little.
Me going back in time to grab myself and forming my own pickup basketball team.
Yeah, literally.
So we're on the dock, and Tony says, "Does she have any family?" And Steve says, "Yeah, us." Don't be a prick, Steve. You know what he meant.
Mm-hmm. But
like this is such like
hold on. Wait, hold on.
No.
Hold on.
When Tony's like, "Does she have any living family that we should tell?" And he's like, "Yeah, us." You already know she's dead.
Listen.
And in three movies, we're gonna learn that she did have family.
Jack. That's my goat, and that was kind of a cool. I know why you're mad.
It's not cool. It's him just being a prick.
Listen, he's going through a lot. Okay, he really liked her.
He's going through a lot, sure. What a weird thing to say. If I die and one of my friends goes, "Did he have any family?" And another friend goes, "Yeah, us." Bro, tell my sibling.
I'm smirking so hard if I ever say that, by the way. I'm gonna think I'm the funniest dude alive.
Should. Other than that, I think the scene on the dock is pretty good.
Yeah. And it leads into the them just being like, all right, let's make the gauntlet. Let's get this shit over with.
So what was the point of Thanos having each rebuild the gauntlet if just anybody can build one?
Yeah. Also, Thor not being the one to snap his fingers kind of just makes him pointless.
Mm-hmm. I do like this exchange with Tony, though.
Yeah. But then we still make Cheese Whiz fat jokes.
By the lobotomy joke.
Yeah.
The lobotomy's back. Lobotomy's back.
Yeah. But
and then
No, go ahead.
Banner. It's like I was made for this. It's a good scene.
Yeah, that's the thing is it makes a lot of sense why Hulk is the one to snap, but I'm also like Thor's kind of pointless if we don't give it to him, you know, a little bit. And then
correct.
But now I'm going to compliment the movie a lot because this build up and the tension here and the sound design is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then Thanos' ship is able to shrink to time travel, but whatever.
That's fine.
The snap.
I always forget Thanos comes through before the snap.
I do too, because it's just weird. Like it's like a weird cut.
It makes sense though, because like barn doors going off.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna comment on this movie now.
Yeah, go ahead.
I love them being like, "It's hurting, we gotta stop," and Steve being the one to be like, "Are you okay?" The same as when he was in the chamber.
Mm-hmm.
In First Avenger.
Yeah, this snap is obviously sick. The music is awesome.
Yep.
The sound design is awesome.
So
it's so tense on if it's actually going to work or not. It's very cool.
Yeah. The loss of it looks like Banner's arm, like he lost muscle mass.
Yeah.
It's so cool. And then you get this. This is the only good scene with Scott in it. Where he has like that quiet moment.
Mm-hmm.
Where he's like, "I think it worked," before he just gets shot.
Well, I like that this victory is like immediately undercut by a missile barrage that realistically should have killed a few of them instantly. But
yes.
Also, how can Scott still shrink? Aren't they out of Pym particles? Well, I guess they maybe gave him the Pym particles.
I think his suit is powered off of a weird different thing.
Okay.
My guess is like his suit isn't powered off like the current because he has like the new suit, so maybe it's not. I don't know. Good question.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, good question. I'm not defending this. Good question. So let's talk about the last hour of this movie. Rhodey's lobotomy goes away for a second.
Yes.
Awesome.
Gamora betrays Thanos still. Cool.
Yep. Before that.
Yeah.
Hawkeye, put on the gauntlet and just snap away Thanos.
He can't handle it, dude. He'll disintegrate.
Okay.
Yeah.
He saves the world. Like,
that's a fair point.
He was trying to sacrifice himself not even 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. I mean, I still do think, like, if Hawkeye even, like, put it on for, like, a minute, he'd probably just, like, explode. But, like, yeah, Iron Man does later, so.
Yeah. Hawkeye's never seen these, like, freak creatures because he wasn't in Wakanda. And so he has a, honestly, fairly normal reaction to them.
Yeah.
All things considered.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do like the 2014 Gamora, 2023 Nebula conversation. I like that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
The big three going against Thanos is pretty cool.
I love. It's a trap, right? Yep, spring the trap. Just so we're all on the same page. I think it's a good Thor.
Well, they don't even say spring the trap. They just say I don't really care.
Yeah.
Thor gets a hair and costume change with summoning Mjolnir and Stormbreaker.
I like it. It feels very similar to me to when he gets the his hammer at the end of Thor 1 and he becomes like the god mode.
Yeah. Thanos almost said half-life, but instead he said half of life, by the way. But
oh, that's cool. What do you think about the fact that Thanos' entire philosophy changes?
You know,
and he goes from half of the universe to strip down the universe.
Not my favorite, and I also don't like that, like, the only thing the stones are used for in this movie is a snap. We don't really get to see anything cool with them, like we did in Infinity War.
Yeah, there's so much cool stuff in Infinity War with the stones.
The action is like a highlight of that movie because of the stones and how cool they can be. Yeah, and that for this movie being like a send off to them, they're just not used, which is kind of sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I also don't love that they just let Thanos yap without the helmet on and stuff for a while before, like, just jumping his ass.
Yeah. Thor, jump him now.
Just cut off his head now. Why are we standing there or farming?
Kill him now. What are we doing?
Yeah. What happens?
I like the Clint action chase scene here, though, that, like, we cut to in between.
Yeah, he's got hands.
And him giving the gauntlet to Nebula is funny.
Yeah.
I do like that joke. Where he's like, I know you. Mm-hmm. And then Nebula killing her past self
is raw.
Is a very good poetic moment. It's raw.
It's very
I
raw.
like it. Fight scene.
I like.
Why does Thanos hit the Orisa?
What? With the spinny sword.
Why does Thanos hit the Orisa? Yeah.
The Tiva moves are are cool, and I think the accidental friendly fire is kind of funny.
Yeah. It makes sense to me. Like,
yeah.
They've never, like, they've fought, like, swarms of people before. I don't know if they've ever fought all the same guy.
Besides, yeah, no, Ultron really wasn't, like, a, just one person.
No.
Like I said, Thanos is, I don't think Thanos is nearly as cool with just a sword. But he's got hands.
No. He got hands. I think the sword is, like, at least it's not just, like, a single-bladed sword. Like, it being a double-bladed sword is cool. It gives him some cool opportunity to do things. It's not as cool as when he has the stones and is throwing moons at people.
No.
Also, there's a shot in here. It's somewhere in this fight. I don't remember exactly where Mjolnir, like, curves away from Thanos' hand and he tries to grab it.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I like that. It's cool.
Captain America summoning Mjolnir is awesome. It's peak, obviously. The theater was going crazy for this one.
Yeah. It's peak cinema moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that, once again, another callback to Thor 1, that he gets to wield lightning. Like, he gets to, like, fully just throw lightning around with it. And he does kind of beat Thanos for a little bit.
Yeah, he's, like, whooping him for, like, a solid 30 seconds, and then Thanos is like, all right, hold on, never mind.
And he locks back in.
Yeah.
But then, yay, the Black Hand is back, and the CGI Slop Army's back. Yay!
I do, unfortunately... kind of, I'm okay with it because Cap gets to stand up and walk him down. by himself.
This is the pinnacle of his character.
Yes.
He literally the wound on his arm, he literally pulls it together with his shield strap.
Mm-hmm.
Like, from day one, this is what his character has led to.
Yeah. I'm very forgiving of the gray army, CGI army in this scene, or in this bit of the movie, just specifically because it allows Cap to do this.
That's fair.
He's about to put down his life for, for the cause. Yeah. But, and then we get to the keys jangling some more.
We get to Portals. Here's the thing. Portals is a really good track. Alan Silvestri, good job. This is an incredible track. This is a very fun, this is a scene of it is keys jingling.
It's hype moments and aura.
But it's also very satisfying.
Yes.
It is very narratively satisfying.
Yeah. No, I think it's a very, very cool scene. I remember how crazy the theater was going.
But Peter, why is your mask coming off?
Taking the mask
Parker,
off?
What are you doing?
Why are you saying full name too to people that you don't know?
Also, here's my take. I know why Pepper is here. I don't like Rescue being here.
I don't really know who that is very much, so
Rescue is Pepper.
I know that, but I don't know the character in the comics or anything.
I just don't like that she's here because it feels like it doesn't work with her character in all of these movies.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, she is. This is the first time she's ever in a suit that's she's actually controlling. So
yeah, she doesn't want to be in the suit. Also, quick question: why does he say assemble so quietly?
I don't know, aura. I didn't, but like I said though, I like the scene a lot. I'm not even gonna complain too much about how the sorcerers knew exactly where everybody was, who they were grabbing, where they were taking them, and that everybody's at peak health, considering that Infinity War literally just happened to them.
Yeah, it's still cool.
It's still cool. It's very, like you said, it's very satisfying to see everybody lined up, ready to fight. I think it's a good visualization of how big the MCU is and how much it mattered.
Yeah.
And how much it mattered that in this movie they brought everybody back. That was the right choice.
Yeah, it is. I think this is a keys jingling moment, sure, but
it's well done.
It's less so than a lot of stuff. It's narratively earned. It's very narratively satisfying. I think this is the least keys jingling moment of the movie, I would say.
Yeah, because it serves a lot of different purposes.
Yeah.
And then we got the final battle.
I'm going to complain now.
Yeah, go ahead.
This whole last act is the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, it's not very pretty.
We color graded it to brown.
Yeah.
Genuinely, it looks so ugly.
Mm-hmm.
Why is the whole thing color graded to brown, except for Valkyrie's glowing randomly? It's so weird.
There's also, I noticed
so ugly looking.
A good amount of times that there's a lot of continuity errors. Because Ant-Man should be at the one point Ant-Man should be in the van trying to fix it, which we will talk about. And then it cuts in the next shot, he's big fighting a giant big guy.
Yeah.
And it's well, what? That's not. I know I'm nitpicking because he's in the background, but he's literally he's specifically that character is supposed to be somewhere else right now.
Yeah, he's also giant.
Yeah. I also I don't like how much the characters are we gotta get the stones back now. In due time, dude. You guys are preoccupied.
Yeah.
You guys are a little busy, and the van surviving the destruction of the Avengers facility, being in perfectly functional, besides it not starting, is kind of insane. Yeah.
Before that, though, I gotta be a hater.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, I was just being a hater, but go ahead.
Well, no, here. I'll say something good then, and then I'll be a hater.
Okay.
I like the Tony Peter reunion, even if Peter should stop taking his mask off. I do like the Tony Peter reunion. I think it's a cute scene, and I do like the joke where Thor says, "No, you get the little one," and he throws Mjolnir to Cap, and
I like Wanda getting her little
I like
moment
Wanda.
with Thanos and Loki about to kill him.
That's in a little bit.
Okay.
Before that, why is this Gamora Peter scene here?
I know, I don't like it. I don't like it.
This movie is 3 hours long. This scene is completely unneeded, and all it is haha nuts joke. Haha, get it? He got hit in the crotch.
I just also feel
this
like
scene doesn't need to be here.
I know this is 2014 Gamora, but like he clearly knows you, and you know you're from a different time. And I feel like it's kind of out of character a little bit to me, even for 2014 Gamora.
Yeah, for sure. This scene sucks. Should not be here.
Yeah,
the little sequence here. I'm also gonna be that guy. How are they all talking to each other?
Yeah, I know. I noticed this too when Hope's like, "We're on it, Cap." Like he can't hear you.
Oh, we just all on Channel 4?
Yeah.
Comms gotta be crazy. Our comms get messy playing Overwatch. I can't imagine the comms for the Avengers Endgame fight.
Literally.
Dude, I'm trying to call it a Moira, and 30 feet away from me, Giant Man stomping on some guy as Peter swings around. There's no way that's happening.
Literally. It's Marvel Rivals like screen slop to the max.
Yeah.
What else? Insta kill for Peter too. But I guess
I don't like it.
I don't either. It feels
I
don't think it's
I hate it so much.
Yeah.
Even against fodder, even against like alien scary CGI monsters, he should not just be killing people.
Yeah.
And now, okay, you can talk about Wanda.
Yeah, her alone about to kill Thanos. I think that's sick. Actually, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I think it's especially for her.
I'm the strongest Avenger.
Yeah, well, she's also like one of the characters that permanently lost someone due to him. So I think it's very satisfying that she gets a moment where she can lock in and damn near kill the dude.
Yeah. But can we talk about the I don't even know who you are?
Yeah.
So it's a little unsatisfying. It's a 2014 Thanos, right?
Mm. Yeah, but her going, Thanos. You will. Hold up.
You will is aura. You will is aura. The fact this is 2014 Thanos kind of sucks.
Yeah, I've always thought this. Because, like
this isn't... Our Thanos won.
This is just a Thanos that is choosing to be a hater.
Yeah.
And it's kind of lame. Because, like I said, it's kind of like how I feel about like not having the stones. Like, we did all this build up in the last movie to show how crazy they are. And then we just don't see them in this movie. We don't get to play with them in this. Yeah. Same thing with Thanos.
Yeah. It's kind of irritating.
Yeah.
It's fair. I think it's kind of disappointing in this movie.
Mm-hmm. I've always thought that too. I agree.
Captain Marvel Ex Machina number 2.
Yep. She's allowed to be in the movie again. Why was she not in the time heist, low key? Because that's like something I feel like you guys should have called her for.
That was my question.
Mm-hmm.
Why is she not in the time heist? Because it only took a minute or 10 seconds?
Yeah. It only took 10 seconds, and that is something that like you guys should have Skyped her for or something. Yeah.
Maybe she knows where some of the stones are.
Literally. Yeah. Maybe she knew a better time where you guys could have grabbed them or something.
It's a lot. I don't know, man. I do like how despondent Thanos looks when she just runs through the whole ship, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like her being here now. I like the idea that like they came back from the time heist, Thanos came through and somebody called her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like that idea that, like, she was on her way and that kind of stuff. It is like she's here for the perfect timing thing, but that's just like a movie thing that like it's fine.
Yeah. Hey Peter Parker, you got something for me? You like that one?
Why is he giving out his full name?
Literally.
The mask is back off again.
Yeah. Yep.
Peter, what are we doing?
And then we get the girl power scene that made people mad.
I think the only issue with it is that it's just not it feels forced, whereas the Infinity War one, like, I don't want to say felt forced, but like
No,
this one feels forced in a way the Infinity one felt organic.
Yeah, well, the Infinity one was just like it wasn't all the female characters that they could muster in one place.
Yeah,
it was just like the ones there, and they decided to, and it wasn't like they all posed real quick and stuff like that. And they also needed the help. Like Carol does not need the help, I fear.
Yeah. What is Shuri gonna do that Captain Marvel?
Literally, like, why does Gamora and Nebula run ahead at the front of the pack?
Yeah.
Respectfully, I think they're strong. Don't get me wrong.
I don't know,
but literally, Captain Marvel is just got like invincibility. So like,
yep.
And then I
think the last.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I was just gonna also talk about, could Carol, because she was making a beeline for the van, could she even have gone back in time without a suit?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So what was her plan?
What was any of their
what was it, literally, why are we worried about getting the stones back into the time machine? What are we doing?
I'm gonna go lower my score.
I told you, this movie has way more plot holes than you think.
It does.
I know I don't like to be too nitpicky when I don't need to be, but I've always, like, I'm not gonna be that.
That's what this podcast is.
Well, my thing is too, like, I don't want to be like, oh, I've always thought this, but a lot of these I've had thoughts about for a while, you know.
You have. You are, I don't want to say, I would say that you're the person who nitpicks the most out of our group.
Yeah.
When it comes to movies, where you're like, well, why didn't this just happen? And we go, I don't know, man.
Well, what's the thing is, with this movie,
it just is.
With this specific movie, where so many tension built moments are just based on the characters not doing something else that they could have easily done.
Yeah.
Like, well, okay. All right. Whatever. Anyways, go ahead. I don't know what else
I do like the last scramble for this gauntlet.
Oh, yeah.
Like, them all, like, last minute fight. I like Thanos, like, crawling a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's very much a, like, the CGI is a little bit spotty here for some reason, but, like, and then I love that Thanos has to, like, pull the power stone out of the gauntlet to hit Thanos, or to hit Carol. Like, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
she should have taken the shot.
I think this little scene's cool. She should have. And then, I like Strange hitting the, actually.
This is it, buddy.
And then the sound design on the stones clicking into Tony's armor.
Mm-hmm.
It's impeccable.
I was about to say, Tony getting the stones, and then, you know, obviously hitting us with an I am Iron Man, and then snapping his. I don't know what they did to the sound design, but the sound design on that snap is so clean.
Yeah.
It sounds so cool. El Thanos, Rip Tony.
El Thanos. Well, I do like Thanos just sitting down and, like, resigning himself to his fate. I do like that moment.
Yeah.
I think it's a good moment. What do you think Tony's God wish was?
His what?
Like, what do you think what do you think his, like, thought was when he was snapping? Because for, like, Banner, it was like, bring everybody back here.
I always thought it was just, I don't know, maybe he was being specific, like, dust Thanos or something in his army.
Yeah.
But, I don't know if he knows Gamora and Nebula, so.
Yeah, because that's my question. Why is Nebula still around? She's from the past, and...
Well, no. Past Nebula's dead.
No, sorry, Gamora. Why is Gamora still around? She's from the past.
Yeah, and he doesn't know that...
He doesn't know that...
Well, it's the same thing with the stones. I guess the stones just know that she's not part of his armies anymore, because the stones knew exactly what half the population was.
Maybe it was, get rid of Thanos and his army, and so she was in his army.
This is just the nitpick I had earlier, but in a different context.
And it is 100%. I do like that Rhodey and Tony get to share one last intimate moment.
Yeah,
our first gay ship.
Yeah,
of this project.
He pats him on the side of the head and stuff, and
he does.
I'm assuming what Tony did was just unsurvivable for a human.
I would assume so.
I think that's a fair assumption, considering those are all the Infinity Stones.
Yeah. So what do you think the limit is?
What do you mean? Like, how many can a human do and, like, survive?
I'm gonna go with 0 based on Guardians of the Galaxy 1. But what do you think?
Well, that's the Power Stone though. That's different.
That is different. You're right.
Because
because
the Time
Clint
Stone and
just
like
had
Space
the,
Stone are fine.
Soul Stone in his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, Space Stone teleports people.
Well, that's the Tesseract.
You're right. You're right.
I'm assuming all the stones besides the Power Stone you can like chill and like touch, maybe. Even though Guardians established that you can't, but
yeah.
Anyways, you can rest now for Pepper telling Tony that.
It's a good line.
Good line.
I like it.
And then like I said, I like the saga, like the Infinity Saga starting and ending with Tony.
I do. Yeah.
I like that.
I like his last monologue quite a bit.
The funeral is kind of is neat, but some of the people there are kind of crazy.
Okay, so I get why Harley is there, but why is Harley there?
Why are the Guardians
Literally
there?
everybody had to Google it. I think it's a respect thing. Like, I think that for a lot of these heroes, it's like a respect thing.
But like Hank?
Why is Hank? Yeah, Hank would. I think once again, it's like he brought us back.
But he hasn't even met him.
Like he did. But I know, but I think it's like he's there because Scott's there, because like it's like all the heroes are there because it's like, well, he's one who invented the time travel.
Okay.
My problem is that everybody's there unmasked in front of Ross.
Right.
Secret identities, bro.
Sokovia Accords. Ross, come on.
Sokovia Accords moment.
Arrest him.
Why is Ross at the funeral?
Literally. I was also wondering that too. I saw him there and I was like, whatever, I guess.
He's like, Harley is there because he's in Iron Man 3 and it's like a cool reference, even though everybody had to Google him when they walk out of the theaters because we hadn't seen him in 6 years. We didn't know what he looked like. Why is Ross there? In-universe question.
Literally. Well, why is Ross there and not also like pissed at Cap?
Yeah.
So
he goes and goes, "We're arresting you now.
Enjoy the funeral,
You're all under
buddy."
arrest.
To be fair,
after that, you're getting arrested.
If I was them, I would have just killed him if he tried to say that. Like Loki. Yeah. I'm using the stones. I'm snapping him away.
I'm throwing a pin particle at him and making him small.
Yeah. Or turning him into a booger like that villain in Ant-Man.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
Carol also just doesn't age, I guess.
She might not. Yeah. I don't know.
So that's okay.
That's cool. What do you think of the Clint and Wanda scene afterwards?
It's very cute.
It's cute. I like these two, and I wish that we got more of them.
Yeah, they also
because I think they have a fun dynamic.
Yeah, I was gonna say they talked with each other in Age of Ultron, so I think it's fine.
Yeah, the Age of Ultron, he got her out in Civil War. Like, I think they have a good dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a shame that it's not really touched on going forward.
Do you want to talk about Thor?
Before that, we get Chekhov's cheeseburgers.
Oh yeah,
where Morgan wants a cheeseburger.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so the Russos just decided, like, hey, James Gunn and Taika, you gotta deal with this now.
Yeah, literally.
We're bringing back Gamora, but it's not Gamora. Thor's with them now. Have fun.
Thor is not king again. He gave up.
Yes. Yep.
And then
I do like his line, "It's time for me to be who I am rather than who I'm supposed to be."
Yes.
I think that's good. I think him not being king is fine.
But they did not build up to this, in my opinion. They needed to
do
more here because this comes out of nowhere.
If we get Thor 4 and he's not king at the end of that, that's fine. But once again, we're just erasing Ragnarok, and now he's with the Guardians.
Yes. I also do remember, like, whenever I thought Guardians 2 was going to be called As Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
But we're still doing this stupid-ass jealousy joke between Quill and Thor.
This movie's so long.
We're still doing this, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
Also, okay, so now we're talking about Cap, right? Going back in time.
Yeah.
How do some of the stones go back? Because, like, the red, like, the reality stone's the ether, like a liquid.
Yeah.
And then, like, how do you unbreak the Tesseract? You know?
Yeah. I put the soul stone back.
That's also one. How do you just give that one back? Do you get Natasha back?
Evidently not.
Well, what they could have done to like maybe close a time loop was give Barton the Soul Stone and then steal Natasha. That way he has the
They can
stone
just go
and
back
he
to right
also
before they left and steal Natasha anyway.
What?
They can just go back to right before they left and steal Natasha anyway. She's not an Infinity Stone, so if she leaves her timeline, it's not a big deal.
Yes. Yes.
Infinite Natasha Glitch.
Yes. Anyways.
Steve says he's got to clip all the branches.
Mm-hmm.
So, to put a pin in that.
Yeah.
And then, why didn't Steve and Bucky kiss goodbye? I'm confused.
See, these writers, man. And then they turned him into Joe Biden. It's like, come on.
Okay. I do like that Bucky knows he isn't coming back.
Yeah.
They do turn him into Joe Biden. But here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't how the time travel
This is not how the time travel works!
If he goes back in time...
It doesn't do a loop thing. He just doesn't exist.
Now it's... Because now we're open loop time travel.
Yes. So him going back in time and living with Peggy just means he can't come back here. That doesn't mean like he was all along, you know, he was around or whatever. He lived his life with Peggy and he's sitting on the bench over there. That just means he made an alternate timeline and lived through that.
It sucks so much.
What are we doing? You broke the rules. You were doing okay with your time travel.
You established the rules 2.5 hours ago.
You guys were doing okay, and then you fumbled in the last 5 minutes.
This is why I don't write anything that includes time travel.
Yeah.
With one exception.
I like Sam becoming Cap over Bucky. I prefer that.
Yes.
But
if Cap pulled the shield from another timeline, that just created another brand. But the bouncing paid off. He's Captain America now.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense, but it
doesn't make sense for like how the time travel works or for his character, but you know, it's fine, whatever, because it's cute. I guess he had a cute moment at the end.
I was about to say, I like the dance scene.
The dance scene's cute. I don't think it fits with Cap's character. I don't think that Steve watches Tony jump on the grenade, pay off for Avengers 1, and now he's like, time to live a life of peace with Peggy. Like, the point of like Winter Soldier for him is that he can't stop being a hero.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's the point of like Civil War is that if he sees injustice, he can't stop. Oh, he's gonna go back in time. Now, like, this isn't getting, like, to me, this isn't character growth. This is getting rid of expensive actors and like doing legacy characters.
I agree.
This does not work for me.
I agree.
At all.
I think it's actually kind of thematic a little bit for the movie, just because it is technically like it's his end, you know?
Yeah. It's thematic for the movie, but bad for his character.
Yes. However, I agree that it's not consistent with like who he is in like any movie past, you know, Winter Soldier. It's also really because like in this movie he's even like,
it also doesn't matter because they're bringing him back in Doomsday.
Yes, but also in this movie he's talking about moving on, like but I guess he also says some of us, you know, like they never do. But
he keeps saying we got to move on, and he says I can't.
Mm-hmm.
His arc is about still like his persistence and not moving on.
Yeah, but doesn't that mean that he would go back and spend his life with Peggy?
For this movie, but it doesn't work for any of the other characterizations of him.
Yeah, that's why I'm mixed on it, because in some aspects I think it's a solid, like it's a fitting ending, but it's also, I just don't know if he would do that. And it doesn't, well, first off,
you're not going to convince me that he's going to leave Bucky.
Yeah, it also just doesn't make sense, like lore-wise, like we just ranted about with time travel in this movie. It just doesn't make sense at all.
No.
So it's a very mixed ending, because I think it's thematic, and I like that Cap gets kind of a happy ending that he can choose, you know, rather than someone telling him. But it's very weird that he just chooses to not be someone that he is, you know?
And so much of his arc has been about Bucky and about getting Bucky back and not spending time with Bucky, and now he just leaves him.
Yeah. Yeah.
To quote Barrett from Final Fantasy VII, as he goes up a whole bunch of stairs, this sucks.
And that's the movie. We cut to black. I love the song they play. It's the cute.
It gets you with the hype moment in horror.
Well, it's not a hype moment, or I think it's a sweet moment that is very conflicting in a lot of different ways.
Cuteness. Yeah.
Anyways, the credit sequence I think is cool because it shows basically everybody that has been in these movies.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a very good tribute.
The Thor looks like a toy. I don't know if you ever noticed that. He's like plasticky looking.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's the movie. No post credits.
The only post credits is the Tony Stark was able to build us in a cave with a box of scraps.
Yeah. That's
it.
That's all she wrote. Whew. What a movie.
What a movie.
Do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
I'll go first. Okay. Because then I'll think of a number while you
yeah, do yours. Go ahead.
Here's the thing. When Eric said that this movie makes you afraid about its plot holes with its hype moments and aura, he wasn't kidding. Like, it does. It's a very, to a certain extent, this is a very enjoyable movie to watch, right? It's fun. The time heist is a fun thing, right? It has even like the classic like heist going wrong moment, all that kind of stuff. There are enough moments, there are enough plot holes in this movie to upset me. And there are enough moments in this movie where I'm like, this movie is 3 hours. We don't got to be burning time on bad jokes, right? We don't got to be burning time on character work that doesn't make any sense. And then, of course, there's the ending with Cap that I hate. This movie is a very mixed bag to me. If Infinity War the ending of Infinity War makes that movie better, I think that the ending of this movie makes it worse. And that's a tough thing, because I think that this movie really needed to nail the ending. I think that it's just too long. And I know of all what they wanted to do, but it's like they had a lot to do and they did it, but it's so unbelievably long. And so much of it feels less like a movie and more like jingling keys in front of your face. Remember this movie that you liked? We're doing that movie that you liked now. Between that and, frankly, the time travel logic very much falling apart and not working on itself, you just kind of get a flawed movie, which sucks. But it is carried by the hype moments and aura in it. There are hype moments. There is aura. The score is very good. There's intriguing plot stuff with that. But because, like, we haven't even talked about how the Thor stuff is kind of rough in a little bit. The Thor stuff is rough. It's just, this movie is such a mixed bag to me. And I don't know. It's hard to give this movie a review because without the 10 years of context behind it, it's much worse. But it's not a movie that it doesn't exist in a vacuum. And this is one of the quintessential, you can't put an objective number on a movie. Because what this was is, when I was 15, I had my first love. When I was 15, I went and saw a theater in my hometown, which never filled up theaters, and it was completely sold out. And I had one of the best theater experiences of my life. And it was fun, and it was a great time. But every time I've rewatched this movie, I like it less. Because it is so long, and I'm tired of riding the same roller coaster over and over again. I would rather ride Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind or the Muppets Rock and Roller Coaster, opening May 23rd, 2026 at Walt Disney World's Hollywood Studios. And by that, I mean I would rather watch Muppets 2011 or one of the Spider-Man movies. I think that's my take.
Yeah. This movie is just so hard to I've got a lot on my mind when it comes to this movie because I think, like Jack said, with the theater experience was crazy. We were in the same theater, but we weren't sitting next to each other. And it was a very surreal experience, still memorable to this day. And this movie is just really hard to give a number score because, like you said, we watched all these movies in build up to this and Infinity War, so it's very hard to give it a specific number score. I do think with how long this movie is, I think I'll bring this up to you. I'll let you chime in here. My take with this movie is I don't think it should have been made so close to Infinity War. I think there should have been more movies in between Infinity War and this one to make the snap feel like real, to make it feel like so that because we barely really see how the snap impacted everybody, like it impacted the world. And spoiler alert for future stuff, we don't see a ton of it.
Correct.
Like the 5 years between Infinity War and Endgame aren't explored very much. And I think that's a very big missed opportunity for the MCU as a whole. And that's not to this movie's detriment, but I think it could have benefited this movie a lot because then you wouldn't have had to cram so much into it, where it could have been a lot shorter. And it would have even made the ending even more satisfying because we would have had to wait more time to see how they come back, like everybody comes back. But yeah, I haven't even gotten to the stuff I've written. That's just stuff how I've been feeling. Yeah, it's hard to review. Just it's such an event of a movie. Like it's a roller coaster that like I don't know how to give a number score to. I think on several levels, this movie works as a satisfying ending for a good chunk of the characters and like the MCU, but it also doesn't in a lot of ways. For other characters, like there's clearly storylines still working here, and we also kind of skip over a very interesting time in the MCU that is going to have a lot of like a lot of effects. So I think the MCU existing beyond this point still makes a lot of sense, but I think the ending is very mixed. It's got an exciting premise. The time heist is a very, very cool idea. Because you got a ton of hype moments, you got a lot of aura, and you actually don't have terrible writing. And I don't think this movie lobotomizes some of its characters like it does in Infinity War. I still think Quill is the biggest casualty of both of these movies in Infinity War.
It's Quill and Scott are the two that like really get shot in the back of the head.
Yeah, but I think Quill's lobotomy is like a lot worse.
You're correct.
Because like Infinity War 2, like they're just doing stuff to get the plot going. Like they're purposely lobotomizing characters to do that, but this movie has a ton of plot holes, and that is due to the time travel and the ending of this movie. The climax does not make much sense when you try to think about what the heroes are actually trying to do. Like I said, the time travel just doesn't make sense. The movie is very, very long. The pacing is weird because the first act is slow, but then it's just nonstop action and aura and stuff like that for the rest of it. It makes very questionable choices around a couple of its characters, like Thor, and Ant-Man, and the ending with Cap. And I do think some characters are wasted, like they are in Infinity War, but it's still satisfying. Like it's like I'm not walking away hungry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's so weird. I know I just went on a rant, but like,
it's kind of similar to Stranger Things. where like, maybe not. Where I'm like, it's an ending that I'm satisfied with, but I just would have done a good amount of stuff differently. Like I wanted stuff to be different.
I don't know. Mm,
That might be an insane
I was
take.
about to say I
I
can
don't know.
see what you're trying to do, but I just don't think Stranger Things actually does.
It's not the best example.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like it's an ending where I have a ton of issues with it, but I also think it's set. I guess I do actually kind of feel similar. Like I said, talked about Infinity War in the beginning. I feel conflicted about both of these. I guess
Yeah.
so. I don't know. I gave it a star score on Letterboxd, but I don't know if I would go up or down.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask you a question that I wrote down after Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
That I was gonna ask you in that podcast, and I did not.
Mm-hmm.
This is the last movie as of now to be released that was directed by Joe and Anthony Russo.
Yeah.
Russo. And I believe, let me verify this real quick. This is the last MCU movie to be written by Stephen McFeely until Avengers Doomsday.
Oh God. Okay.
With that knowledge, and with what we've seen so far in what isn't the first half of the MCU, but the first saga of the MCU,
Mm-hmm.
how do you feel about Avengers Doomsday? How do you feel about Doomsday now versus before we started this? Are you like more or less worried about like what it's going to be?
I'm worried in the sense that they kind of have to. Well, Doomsday is kind of like the beginning again, because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pretend I'm super knowledgeable post Endgame MCU, but the MCU kind of stagnated for a while. It feels like where there's not like the big team up movies or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels like the MCU as a cinematic universe kind of is restarting.
Yeah.
So I'm very interested to see which characters. I think depending on which characters they choose to focus on in Doomsday, I'm more or less worried. So
Yeah. I don't think we know enough about it yet,
yeah,
even with a couple trailers we've gotten.
yeah. Knowing that they're focusing on Cap again makes me worried.
Yeah.
Because I think if they made the ending that they did in Endgame, they should have just committed to it.
Yes.
So that's where I'm at. I don't know. What do you think?
So I've stayed away from Doomsday leaks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to know anything about it going in. I very much want to know nothing going in.
Yeah.
Right. The little bit that I do know is like I'll watch the trailer, the first trailer, all that kind of stuff. But I want to know very little going in. I am concerned because the parts of Infinity War and Endgame that struggle the most are the parts where you get a whole lot of characters and you get some of the characters get lobotomized.
Yeah, I think,
and from everything we know about Doomsday, is that they're just adding more.
Yeah, well, my thing is in both Infinity War and Endgame, they have like 3 or so characters that they write really well, and they come up with really cool ideas for, and then everybody else just kind of is in the background or like lobotomized. Yeah. So it's hard to say.
Yeah, and that worries me.
Yeah,
but
that's Endgame.
That's Endgame. I would like to give Endgame, unironically, somewhere between a 6.5 and a 6.7.
It genuinely depends on what we gave Age of Ultron. This movie's not worse than Age of Ultron for me. Age of Ultron was 5.7. Would you say 6.7, 6.8? Or wait, would you say 6.
I said 6.5 or 6.6, 6.5, 6.7 around there.
I don't know if it's worse than Captain Marvel though.
There's too many time travel plot holes.
Yeah. All right. I could say let's just do 6-7.
Let's do 6-7. They'll say it. They'll think it'll say it.
Well, there's a reason
That's
why
the
I chose
Infinity
it,
Saga.
but...
That's the Infinity Saga. Next week is what I mean. The Infinity Saga is over now, but it does feel like there's one more movie.
We got the epilogue.
You know,
so
the epilogue in Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Yeah.
Have you seen this movie since it came out?
Yeah, I've seen it.
You saw it, obviously. You've seen it again since it came out. Awesome.
Yes. I didn't see it in theaters, but I saw it like at home one time. So
okay. Well, that's what we will talk about next week.
Yeah, that was the mother freaking Endgame, dude.